Alrighty, everybody. How's it going? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's 2:16 a.m. It's 89 degrees outside, man. The humidity is bad right now outside. Yeah, going live real early today. I have to work real early. It's got to be in and work at 3:30. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do a live at this time, but I said, well, why not? I'm going to work anyways. We'll see how it goes here. It's dark outside. We'll see. We'll see, everybody. Get to see the night road. Yep. Yeah, it says 90 degrees now. Dang, it's getting hot. It's going to be a hot one today. The humidity is bad. Can't see if there's going to be any clouds out there, but probably is. It was supposed to rain, I believe. So, well, here we go, everybody. We'll see if we get anybody in here today. If not, well. But usually when I go in like this morning, early in the morning, because I got to do a 12-hour shift today. I woke up at 1 in the morning, 1 a.m. I was watching Todd Angry 8 Trucks. It was live earlier. So hello, welcome, whoever's here. Yep, going to work. So how's everybody doing this morning? Welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share out the live. Yeah. Check out my channel list, family and friends list. Got some great channels on there. Have channels like like Iron Dog, My Animal House. We got Kurtwood. We got KY Constrictors. We have TNT Balls. We have D's Big Balls. No, well, D's Balls. We have James Skype Guy. We have Keys Constrictors. We got Derek's Reptiles. Go check out all the amazing channels. Go check out Spider Mom. Go check out Mark the Spider Guy. Go check out Sherry Mad Cat. Let's see, who else did I forget anybody? I said already Keys Constrictors. Well, you can look at them, check out if I forgot anybody, they're on that list. Yeah, so I usually don't do this early, but we'll see how it goes. I might do another one after work, just because. Yeah, so the spider, the jumping spider is doing fine. Oh, I put out a video of one of my other jumping spiders that passed away. And it's so funny because people don't read. I guess they don't read what it says on the video. Because I put on there that it's dead, and people, oh, the spider's so cute. It's like, okay. But, that's okay. They commented. Here's the part of the freeway that goes in and out, guys. But, yeah, so I don't know. The tarantula might be out today. Because it's nighttime. Early morning, but it's dark outside. So it's not as hot. So the tarantula might be out. I'll probably try to get a video from it. Not too much traffic this morning. Yeah, and then I watched some trying to catch up on the videos. I watched MDT. She's from the Philippines. Watched her channel earlier. Yeah, I guess I don't know if she's a nurse because she's always taking pictures of people's their blood pressure. And I saw her today. She was doing. I don't know if she was drawing blood or what. Maybe she works at a lab or something. I don't know. Never know. Interesting. Yeah, look at now you get to see the lights on the bridge here. This is one of the new bridges they built not too long ago. They put all these nice fancy lights on it. I guess it's kind of windy because the car's kind of moving. So maybe it is kind of windy out here today. But temperature's still at 88 degrees, but very humid outside. Yeah, gonna feel it later on when the sun comes out. Yeah. We'll see if we got any other animals. I think I might have seen a frog hiding under the rock and then come out of one of the cameras I was watching. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll see a snake. Maybe we'll see a snake or something. They come out at nighttime, go out and search for food, I know we have rattlesnakes out there. Probably have some of those king cobras. I mean, not king cobras, king snakes, California king snakes. I know we got some rat snakes. You know, I think that's what it was. That one that got ran over the other day. That video I did of that dead snake. That dead snake. But yeah, not too much traffic right now. It's so early. You know, there's still some people out. There's trucks. People that still gotta get somewhere. I mean, usually everybody's going to work. They gotta go in by 7:30 or 8 o'clock, but not at 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, so I'll probably go live after work at 3:30. 3:30 to because I got to work 12 hours today, so 3:30 to 3:30 today. Going to be a long shift. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I got my license, my driver license renewed. Good for probably another. I think it's another 5 or 6 years. I forget how long they renew it for. But yeah, I gotta order my tags for my car. Yeah, man, tags are expensive still. Yeah, it's like 200 and I think it's like 220 something or 30 something. Yeah, it's a 2017 Corolla. But they're expensive. I mean, even the Mustang, man, the Mustang is already real old. You know, it's 99 Ford Mustang, and that thing is still, I think I paid like 120 something or something like that. It's like, man, it's already so old, but yet the tags are so expensive still. I remember the old tags. They were like only like 40 something, 50 something, 60 something. But man, 200 something. I can imagine how much the ones for the pickup trucks are. Those are usually more expensive because you can use a pickup as a you know for work. It's considered a work vehicle. So yeah, yeah. Well, I haven't seen any cars in front of me, so just a quiet, dark road. Yeah, I have to check on my. I gotta go in with my laptop because yeah, one of the persons that watches my lives. I don't know. She said she couldn't hear the live good. Well, because I mean there is some road noise. There is the fan from the AC blowing. But I usually listen to my lives afterwards just to see how everything goes, see if everything is, you know. I mean, I don't know. It could be maybe sometimes it depends on the person's phone because I know when I was on somebody's live and I could hear the person perfectly, but then he said he could barely hear me. So I don't know if maybe it's because like if you got headphones on, like instead of the microphone or the speakers from the if you're not on a laptop, if you're on your phone and you got the headphones plugged in, sometimes that's really low. Yeah, see how the camera like wants to focus and focus. I don't know. I hate when it does that, the autofocus. Especially like when I want to do when I do a picture of like a video of the moon, and the moon is like, as they say, like a big pizza pie. That's amore. uh, it's like I don't know. Never done karaoke. You know, I don't know. I don't think I have a singing voice. It's like or sing a song like there's songs like "It's now or never." Come home, my darling. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. I forget the rest of the words. But yeah, next year after August, I'm gonna partially retire, start working less hours, only work 3 days instead of five. So I'll only be going out there for 2 days and one day working at the other place. But yeah, but I gotta keep active. So I gotta keep exercising. We have a treadmill at home. I gotta, but I gotta clean up the living room because we were moving a bunch of stuff around. We finally got that cabinet. Oh, you know what? I gotta do a video. Got to do a video of the cabinet that I put in that spot where the AC was. Yeah, but then it went up. I saw the cabinet like in March, but we had to paint the thing and all this, and I didn't want to have that around because it was going to be a real big box. So yeah, because we had to paint the inside, so it doesn't look so bad inside there. Even though the cabinet was already pre-painted and everything. So but you know how it is. Yeah, yeah, we're starting to see more bugs out there. Like you're starting to see crickets, cockroaches. When the humidity comes, the bugs start coming out. That's the way it is, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna be I'm putting in a bunch of overtime this week, man. I'm like doing 4 hours today. Then I gotta work an extra day on Thursday because our weekdays for work go from Friday to Thursday. My only day off is gonna be Wednesday. It's gonna be rough, but hey, I'm gonna have like 16. What is it? Like 16 and a half hours of overtime. And overtime, they pay more, so I'll be making like about almost a little bit over $23 an hour, close to 24. So that's good. Gotta need that extra money to pay off the Mustang bill. You know. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. See, this is the if you want to go somewhere, this is the best time to go, man. Late at night, I mean, early in the morning. You won't hit all this. You won't hit any traffic on the road, especially if you go toward LA. A lot of traffic up there, and traffic over there usually starts like around 4 or 5 in the morning. Everybody heading into work. Yeah, man. I remember when I was like 14, 15. And I had to drive. Well, actually, no. I think I was 16 already at the time because I was driving. And my aunt, she lived in El Monte, California, and then they had a fruit stand. They had a fruit stand in Grand Central Market. You know, the where they sell fruits. And Grand Central Market in LA downtown. They have all these little markets. They have sell fruits, vegetables. There's some places that sell, you know, like butcher shops. They have, you know, fish. They sold everything. There's some places that have like walnuts and almonds and peanuts and different kinds of nuts. Other places sold material. It was. They even had a grocery store downstairs. It was three floors. They had the basement, then they had the middle, and then they had another level up higher, the street levels. 'Cause there was two street levels. Because if you would go out one end, you would go out on the street higher than the other end. Then I would have to go offload trucks, that came to deliver stuff for them. Like a bunch of sacks of potatoes, sacks of onions, or sacks of fruits or vegetables, tomatoes, all kinds of different kinds of vegetables and stuff. And you know, I mean, I was young, but I was always pretty healthy back then. Well, not healthy, but I mean, I probably weighed about maybe 200 pounds. I was 5'8", and so she would have me drop her off, like at the bus stop. Then she would take the bus into work. Then I would later on go into work, a little bit later when there wasn't that much traffic, or if there was traffic, I was the one that was gonna get stuck in traffic. It was only like 12 miles, away, but yet there was a lot of traffic. So it would take you some time, sometimes 30 minutes or longer, to get into work. But yeah, it was fun working there. You learn a lot of, like, how to weigh stuff, because people would buy stuff like, hey, they wanted a pound of onions, a pound of apricots, a pound of cherries, or and you learn how to add, so you were always using your head, because they had calculators, but then you had to add the tax, so it was good, because nowadays kids don't even use their minds. Everything's calculated for you. When you work at a store, a restaurant, or any place, the register is just it's funny, because you give somebody some money, and if they mess up and put the wrong amount, they're like, oh my God, how am I'm gonna come out short or over. No, it's just a damn calculator. It just tells you how much money to give back. As long as you give back the right amount of money, you don't have to worry. You're not gonna be short. That's what people don't understand. They get all frustrated, and that's where they make a mistake. Because like if somebody gives you some money, and it's supposed to be, and they give you 20, but yet you hit it by accident. You hit $100. You don't give them back $100 from them. You don't give them back change for 100. You give them back change for a 20, depending on how much it is. So you count back. Like if it's $10.50, so that means you gotta give them back $9.50. You gotta use your mind, man. Kids nowadays, they don't use their brain. Everything is you don't use your mind, not even for spelling now. I mean, the phone can spell for you. As long as it picks up your voice properly, because then it'll misspell shit, that you don't want to say. The autocorrect, as they say, always. But yeah, I mean, I worked there. There was she had two stands. They had one upstairs and one downstairs, and it was funny because when I worked there, I never noticed it, but there was, when you go outside, you see a lot of because this downtown LA, it's right by Hollywood and all that. They're always filming movies, so there's streets blocked off, because they're doing a movie or something. They filmed a lot of shows there. If you're into like police shows like Hill Street Blues, Hill Street Blues was a police show, but it was supposed to be a police show of New York City, but yet it was filmed in LA because if you look at it, they would blur the streets. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they would blur the streets, when you're watching the show right at the beginning of the show when they're showing supposedly the city, New York City. They blur the streets, so that way you can't really make out what they are and stuff, And then they show some bridges and stuff like that, high, skyscrapers, LA has skyscrapers too. So, and then in one of the shows, one of the episodes, I remember they filmed it there at where I worked at my aunt's place, the Grand Central Market, downtown LA. Because I remember when I was watching it, I go, hey, you know what? Those stairs look familiar. And yeah, it was the stairs of that place. So they filmed an episode there inside there. And there's a lot of crazy people that go into that market. I mean, it was so packed. Always, you can barely walk through the aisles. There was always so many people going there because everybody would get their vegetables, their fruits. There was places that sell eggs. There was an A&W restaurant there. There was like a little diner downstairs where the downstairs part, and the restaurants all over the place there. You could go out in the street, out to the street, next door they had a Chinese restaurant, Chinese food. I mean, you can, that's the thing about LA, there's everything there. And then there's another store with candies, they have everything, but fruit stands, like all kinds, so everybody sold, fruits, vegetables, meats, fish, anything you can think of was always sold there. And it's still there, I believe, I mean, places like that don't just disappear. And it was funny because I remember one time this one guy was walking, through the place, and then he's like yelling, like he would stop, and then he would like stop and start look like up in the air, and he was talking to himself. He wasn't all there, and then I was looking at him, and I was only seeing like his left side of his face, and this guy had long hair and a beard, and he was dressed not badly. And then the funny thing is, he turns around and he turns the other way, and his whole face on the other side, his beard was shaved off, his mustache, and his hair. He had no hair. So this guy, half of his face had a beard and mustache and long hair, and the other half, nothing. So I don't know if you ever seen those guys that do like kind of like almost like comedy. Well, they put a show on, and they have a suit like their wardrobe. Half of it is a male, and the other half is female. So their face, they make it the same way. Half of it is male, half is female. So when he turns to one side, you see a female, and he talks like a woman, and then he flips the other way, and he talks like a man. So that's kind of like almost like this guy was. He was his face, half of his face was shaved off. Hair, beard, and mustache, and the other side wasn't. But this guy was Looney Tunes, because he was like talking to himself. He would just start talking, like in the air, like fighting with himself. I don't know. He might have had different personalities or something. That could be why. Maybe he did. Maybe he had, as they say, split personalities. He had a split face. His face, two face, as they say, almost like what is it? Like from Batman. One of the villains. His name was Two Face. Because half of his face got burned off, or I forget what happened. I think there was like an explosion, so half of his face was all messed up. So his name was Two Face. So this guy was kind of like that. And then I would work both stands, upstairs and downstairs. And then the funny thing is, when I was working downstairs, with my aunts, because my upstairs, it was my godfather's, which was my aunt's husband. He was the owner of the top one. And so when I was working in the downstairs, I'm there standing there, waiting for customers to come up, and they want something. Hey, yeah, what would you like? And so then this lady, I see this lady. She's like coming down the stairs, because that was downstairs. In the downstairs there was restrooms. There was restrooms, and then I'm like, all of a sudden, that I see this lady. She's like, oh, she's going like that. I'm like, what the heck's wrong with this lady? She's like, oh, and she's like walking kind of funny down the stairs, and then all of a sudden, she gets in front of the booth. There's a fruit stand. It's pretty big, and then I'm like, yes, can I help you, man? And then she's all like, oh, I can't make it. I can't make it. I'm like, what? You can't make it? And then she just drops. She like goes downward. Like I can't see her because the fruit stand. It's about if you're sitting outside the fruit stand, the shelving and where all the fruit is, it's about maybe like three or 4 feet, off the ground. So if somebody hides, like goes down, you can't see them. So like if there's like a little kid walking around, you can't see them. And so then I'm like, what the heck? Where'd she go? And then she's all like, oh. And then I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? And then she stands up. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it. I'm like, what? I guess she had a urinate. She had a pee. So she like couldn't make it. So she just squatted, dropped her drawer. She was wearing a dress. So, nobody saw her, but she basically just took a piss on the floor right in front of our stand. And I'm like, what the heck? And we had sawdust, in case of a spill and stuff like that. And then I'm like, hey, and so I got some sawdust, and I got a broom and then a thing to pick it up. I go, well, ma'am, you made a mess here. So I threw sawdust on top of it, and I told her, I go, here, you're gonna have to clean up the mess. I ain't gonna touch that. So yeah, so she swept up the mess, and the bathrooms, there were like maybe another 10 yards or about 10 yards away, but she didn't make it. I was like, oh man, good thing it was only pee. I could imagine if it was the other stuff, if she would have did the number 2 also. I was like, oh man. But and then I remember, you used to when you worked there, because we had paper bags. We had paper bags for whenever we wanted to get stuff and weigh it, and so then you would you would open up the bag, with one hand, and then you pop it open into your other hand. Like pow. It would just like open up like pow. And then you start, hey, well, how much fruit did you want? We had different sized bags. And it was we had some small bags, we got some big grocery bags, like when you go to the grocery store, they still have paper bags, they had the big ones, because now they were, now they sell them to you. That's like paper or plastic. I remember when plastic bags started coming out, and they would always ask you, the guy when they had baggers in some stores, paper or plastic, sir. Now everybody has to bring their own bags. They still have bags, but then they sell them to you. If you have food stamps, they give you the paper bags for free. But I forget if I think they're like 10 cents a bag, or I forget how much they are. I've never bought them because I think maybe once or twice we forgot our bags, but usually I have my own bags, So I'm like, oh well, and then I always, how many pounds, and then I was pretty good at calculating how many pounds the fruit was, like, and then you had these machines that would weigh the stuff, had a big dial on it so the customer could see exactly how much you're weighing, because they say that sometimes, they say that sometimes. Oops, there we go. Alrighty. Yeah, they say sometimes, people would cheat. They tried to cheat you. They would put the stuff on the weight to weigh it, and they would put their thumb on there, like, to overcharge you, rip you off. But there's some people that are like that. They like to steal from their customers. But I would never do that. And I was good at math, so I knew how to count and how to calculate, and how to count mash, the money back, because they had the old back then. They had the old registers back in the 70s, like 1970, 77, 76, when they had the old cash registers, where you just go, like, you push the buttons, like, and then you pull a big arm on the side of it, and they did have like calculators, but then you would just, they would make the fruit, so much, you could always kind of like round it off, whatever it was closer to, so if it was half a pound, if it was like, say, like a dollar a pound, it would be 50 cents for half a pound of fruits, whatever it was, but it was always, they would always put it wasn't like Walmart, it's like a $1.99 a pound or 99 cents a pound. We would always round, we would always use round numbers, 50 cents, 60 cents, 40 cents, a dollar, always pretty much whatever was there, whatever the amount was. But yeah, so it was fun working there. I mean, you learn a lot. And then I remember walking on the downtown. They right there they had movie theaters. The good thing about that, there was some movie theaters, right there, yeah, in walking distance, like maybe like a block or two away. and they had, the theaters were cheap. This is in the 70s. Still some theaters were like $2, $3, $2, $3. But then, there's some. They had some theaters like matinee as they call them, and I liked it because there was this one place in there that had those Chinese movies like martial arts, like the five fingers, or the 13 guillotine or stuff like that. They had the fight scenes. The fight scenes they're like in they would jump. They were almost like jumping in the air. With like trampolines and stuff like that. Yeah, it was those movies back then. Let's see who's in here. Luis Henriquez Sullivan. Hey, what's up? So I heard you had an anniversary at your pub, guy. Sullivan's. Ariel, what's up, Ariel? Welcome. Bowl. Fungus Queen, what's up? Hey. Stopping into. Say hello. Hey, hello. Thank you. Yeah. So thank you, Ariel. Thank you for coming in, and thank everybody else who came in, and whoever watches this afterwards. I didn't think I was going to get very many people anyways, but you never know. There's different time zones, here it's morning, other places it's afternoon, and other places it's nighttime. So, I know like in the Philippines, it's probably in the afternoon. Let's see, today is Sunday. Over there, it's already Monday, So thank you everybody for coming in and spending some time here. Yep, so we'll see how it goes today. It's going to be a hot one today. I think the humidity level is bad outside today. But thank everybody for coming in. Everybody have a good one. And God bless everybody. And as Terry from Keys Constrictor says, have a good one. God bless everybody. Till next time, call your mama, tell her you love her, hug somebody, because you never know how long they're going to be around. So, bye-bye, everybody. Have a good one. See ya.